Hello, good evening, and welcome to the first Dad Rail stream in about 2 months. And we've got a stream tonight because, of course, the Medway Valley Line for Train Sim World 6 is imminent, releasing tomorrow. Yes, I've been given early access to the route. The embargo lifted approximately 1 minute ago on this, so we are literally at the cutting edge, which makes a change for me because I am normally late for absolutely everything, as my wife will confirm. I'm a train driver though, so it goes with the territory. Of course I'm going to be late. Okay, if this does happen to be the first stream or video you've seen by me, my name's Richard, aka Dad Rail, and I'm a mainline freight train driver and a former passenger train driver based in the southeast of England, not too far from where the Medway Valley Line is in actual fact. All views and opinions expressed within this video / live stream are solely my own and may not reflect those of any companies that may be employed by or associated with. Furthermore, huge thank you to Dovetail Games and the developers for giving me a key for this route. Absolutely free of charge. So, quick disclaimer. So, Medway Valley Line is based very close to where I work. However, it is not a route that I sign in real life. I sign lots of routes, and although this is one of my local ones, it's not one that I actually sign in real life, but I am relatively familiar with it. So hopefully I can give you some good pointers as we go along. Right, we are going to jump straight in. Connor, good evening, how you doing? Kent Train Fan, Typical Nathan, Ashley Coles, Vincent Wilcox, good to see you all. Let's jump in, press the button, get you some game audio, and here we are in Train Sim World 6. To the trains, choose a route, and we are jumping in to Medway Valley Line. Something quite tasty in West Coast Mainline South, but I can't show you that yet. That's next week's stream. Here we go, timetable mode. And we're going to jump into the 375-3. We've got the 375-3 and the 375-6. So 375-6 are the ones that are equipped with overheads. So they're dual voltage units, AC and DC. 375-3s are the free cars. They are DC only. Medway Valley Line. And we are going to do a Tonbridge up to Strood. The audio is phenomenal. Okay, let's see what we go when we go along, Irish Alpha. Danny Humber. Hi, Richard. Welcome back. We've missed you. It's good to be back. Life's been busy. Model railway boards. That's half the reason. Rightio. Tonbridge to Strood. Let's pick a daytime run, and we'll make it nice and sunny as well. 8:35 in the morning. That should just about do us. Nice 55-minute run. So relatively good length of route, this one. Good mixture between mainline running. You've got some nice sort of valley running. You've got, Medway towns, some industrial stuff. I'm sure you've all seen the streams. I think Dovetail is still streaming right now as it goes. So we're going to put the weather to clear, because if I put custom weather on, it's absolutely going to start snowing, because that's just what happens. Hey, Vincent, that's very generous of you, my friend. Donating free memberships. Thank you very much. Kelly's Train Fan, toilets work on the 375s. Hi! We've been asking for that for such a long time. Atlas has become a member. Thank you very much, my friend. How are you doing? And we're going to do this in driver mode. Probably only going to do the one run tonight, if I'm being completely honest. But I can see this being one that we do come back to time and time again. Richard, the amount of features packed into this route is unprecedented. Leo Lowe, no. It's a route I'm familiar with, but I've avoided... I do sign out of Tonbridge, though. I do sign Tonbridge to Paddock Wood, so we'll give you that. Now, for those of you who know what job I do and who I work for, there is a heinous crime in this route. So we are going to drive it. We are, of course, going to have a good look round as well, and kind of I'll give you my views and opinions as we go along. First thing that I noticed, Tonbridge Station, which incidentally is where I started my railway career on the platforms at Tonbridge nearly 20 years ago, looks absolutely brilliant. It's not completely accurate, but it is a really, really strong representation. And from me, not many complaints. Snodland. Announcements as well, we like that.
And Strood. This train has 3 coaches.
This is generally a very good representation of Tonbridge.
37 southeast
I just want to make my way up to this area here, which is an area that I am relatively familiar with and do spend quite a lot of my working life. And obviously there's not a GBRF license in game, so which is a shame. No GBRF locos here. So this big nice maintenance facility here has a different company's logo on the side of it, and for me this is really heinous. You cannot do that. I mean, anyone who knows me will know exactly what I'm talking about. This is not a thing. This is completely tragic and completely unacceptable. All views and opinions are my own, of course, but this makes me sad, genuinely. Right, anyway, that's enough of that. Generally speaking, Tonbridge West Yard, the representation of, very good. I'm really, like I said, I spend a lot of my working life here. It's not 100% accurate. There are a few things that are not completely right with it, but generally speaking, Tonbridge West Yard, Jubilee sidings, the access points, it's all pretty good. Yeah, not 100% Connor, but it's pretty good. Tonbridge signal box modelled really, really well there. Incidentally, Tonbridge signal box doesn't control Tonbridge station. It controls, I should know this, Stonegate up to Summerhill Tunnel. Anyway, that is enough of that. We are now running late, so without further ado, let's get the train set up. I've done enough moaning already. Tongue-in-cheek moaning, of course, because I do think it looks good. Just would have been lovely to have a GBRF loco in there. Right, safety systems in. Ah, they still haven't fixed this tooltip on the TPWS, so that says normal. Turn it to the left and it says isolated on the tool thing there, which is a little bit annoying. Right, key in. And doors open on the left-hand side. GSMR has already been registered. Again, say it every time we get a new train. I like the fact you can press buttons on the GSMR.
Welcome aboard the Southeastern Service.
I'll let the announcements go.
Calling at Paddock, Beltring, Yalding, Wateringbury, East Farley, Maidstone West, Maidstone Barracks, Aylesford, New Heights, Snodland, Farley, Cuxton, and Strood.
Yeah, I like the fact that we've got GSMR functionality, but I say it on every time we get a new train. I really, really want to be able to enter the head code manually. That is absolutely what we need to do on there. When you say it can be used, it's kind of got the same function. Oh, it's got an SG button standing at signal. Ah, that's pretty cool. Contact signaler. Yeah, it's got some nice functionality on that. We'll have a little play with that as we go along. Right, okay, lights on. We are correctly set up there. Used to sign 375, so I am very, very familiar with this traction. I spent 7 or 8 years of my life driving these. Proceed. Okay, that's an interesting take on it. Right, here we go. Lock doors. You can enter a head code in expert mode. Enable expert mode. Okay. Right, someone's going to have to tell me how to do that. How do we turn expert mode on? I'm sorry, the ding ding makes me happy. Okay, platform 1 at Tonbridge, we are off. We've got a D. That takes us onto the down line. We will have a play with that expert mode.
Station is Paddock.
If anybody knows in the player assist settings, right, we'll get Morgan the Time Lord, we'll get down to Paddock Wood and we will have a play with that. I'll be completely honest with you, I've not had a look at any of the preview streams on this. I am just jumping in blind as I normally do, uninformed. Yeah, I'm really liking the clickety-clack over the points and the sound. The representation of Tonbridge is genuinely very good here. Connor Eaton definitely need a 73 now. I'm here for that. Absolutely here for that. Yeah, guys, we'll do that once we get down to Paddock Wood. We'll hop into the settings and have a little play with it. Okay, 90 up to 100. So I do have a couple of things, as I've played it, there are a couple of things with the 375 that I'm not particularly thrilled about, shall we say, that I think are wrong. But what I'm going to do is, before I start criticising too heavily, or not criticising, but sort of giving my observations, we'll get to Paddock Wood, put it into expert mode, because that might relieve some of the things that I've picked up on. So first thing that I picked up on this route, and it doesn't seem to happen on the actual Medway Valley section, is the weird kind of ballast textures. Now, I thought we'd fixed this in Train Sim. I thought this had been fixed. So that's a little bit frustrating that it's kind of doing this weird ballasty thing in front of the train. Toy Collector Seville, will you ever play the new Wonders of Sodor game? I will at some point, yeah. Time is not my friend at the moment, unfortunately. So we're up to 100 now. As we're expecting to be flashing yellows into Paddock Wood. Hasn't got to be flashing yellows. We can get static yellows as well, but more than likely, if you're going around the Medway Valley, you're going to get flashing yellows into the loop at Paddock Wood Station. The outside modelling on the 375 looking really good there. Yeah, does look really nice, that. It's Irish Alpha. Maybe ballast rendering isn't accounting for the ability to lower or raise your seat and is defaulting at the seat's lowest setting. Let's explore that really quickly about the vigilance going off. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be affected by the seat height there. I do like the fact you can adjust the seat as well. Such an easy feature. I'm saying easy. What do I know? But such a little feature, but it makes a big difference. So when I used to drive these, I like to sit quite high up. Probably not as high as we are now. Probably a little bit lower than that. Sort of bring it down just a little bit. Remember the DSD. Yeah, somewhere around there looks pretty good to me. So the rendering engine thinks you can't see that section right in front of you because you're sitting lower, as far as it's concerned. Okay, yeah, it doesn't seem to be affected by that Irish Alpha. I'll have to do a little bit more playing. Okay, yellows that I'm not sure if they're flashing or not. They kind of look like they're flashing, maybe sort of. So we're expecting one flashing yellow on the next signal and 40 miles an hour into the loop at Paddock Wood. Hopefully we're going to get some announcements as well as we go along. That doesn't look very flashy to me. It kind of did as we got closer to it, but from a distance it didn't look that flashy. I'm not sure whether it was maybe a rendering issue, whether it's supposed to be flashing or not, but it didn't look that flashy. Given that it didn't look that flashy, I'm going to assume the next one's actually red and start slowing down a bit quicker. If it was flashing, then I am expecting the next one to be a single yellow with a route indicator. Can see the next one there. Yeah, single yellow route indicator. That's good. 40 miles an hour into the loop at Paddock Wood. Lewis on the railway, the flashing signals are something to be desired in their current state. Yeah, if they were supposed to be flashing signals, then I would say that definitely needs a little bit of work doing to it.
We will shortly be arriving at Paddock Wood.
Like the announcements. They do add so much to the atmosphere, they really do. Jack, would getting up from the seat and letting the DSD go off be tea and biscuits with the manager? You wouldn't want the DSD going off. So getting up from the seats, you've got, I think it's 7 or 8 seconds before the emergency brakes will come on. So you've got a little bit of time to get your foot back on the pedal. And we are free for the free here at Paddock Wood. The braking feels pretty solid on this, actually. The train handling does feel pretty realistic. I'm probably driving way too fast. Shouldn't be coming in your brake step free, really. Free on the free, doors on the left-hand side.
This train has 3 coaches. Platform 2 for the 0844 Southeastern, service to Strood.
Yeah, Paddock would looking pretty funky. Okay, so I'm going to try and change this over, guys. We reckon it's in the player assist. Player assist, expert mode on. Ah, okay. Question is, with expert mode on, do I need to reload the game?
Maidstone West.
Is it going to make me reload the game?
Aylesford, New Heights, Snodland.
Let's see if I've got some functionality. 2 Tangle 1 9 on the GSMR. Ah, excellent. Right, 2. Okay, I said excellent, but now I can't press any buttons. That's interesting. I've got no click boxes to actually enter anything. Is it done on the keyboard maybe, or is there a... I literally can't click any of the buttons, so yeah, not quite sure what's going on there, guys. Maybe I need to reload the game in order to get that to work. A little bit annoying though. Right, here you go. We got a green. Let's get the doors locked. Let's get a ding ding from the guard. A door has become stuck. Find and fix the stuck door to continue. That's really frustrating. And we know it's the yellow one there. So we've got function on the My Track, which is... Okay, so we've got no door interlock. We've got a stuck door and the bell has just gone ding ding. So...
Platform 2 for the
Which one was it? Was it that one?
Southeastern, service
Oh, there we
to
go.
Tonbridge, calling at Tonbridge only. This train has 3 coaches. Platform.
So it looks like the kind of dispatch thing is a little bit bugged there. So it doesn't. It's not compatible with the faults. And we're not going to get ding ding again. I wouldn't have thought, are we? No. I do like the ding ding though. I kind of accept the it not being 100% because the. Oh, okay. I tell a lie. We do get a ding ding again. So I'm guessing that sound's just kind of linked to the door closing sequence rather than being an actual dispatch. Yeah, Lewis, pretty major dispatch irregularity. Got a green, 25 around the corner.
The next station is Beltring.
The sounds on this, someone was saying earlier, the sounds are phenomenal. I do think the sounds are pretty good on this, to be fair. If anything, the cab's probably a little bit quieter in real life than what it is on here. But we've had these conversations before about that kind of balance between realism and it being a game and being able to hear it. Right, up to 35. So this is the bit of the route I don't sign. Which is most of it, to be fair. 45 to 50. Oh, we're going to get sparks. Well, hey. I think the arcing as you come across the gaps is a really nice feature. I'm definitely here for that. Lewis on the railway. Yeah, I noticed that with the guard's local panel. That you can see that the guard's local panel is open. That's a pretty nice feature. We'll go back and have a look through the train as well and kind of explore some of the functionality. I want to have a bit more look at the My Track. And see what we've got going on. Look at that with the Oast houses in the background. That's a typical Kentish countryside scene there. And just watch me speed a little bit. I am creeping up ever so slightly. Spencer likes trains. Hi, Deborah. How are you? It's been ages. It has been ages, yeah. Not too bad, Spencer. Not too bad. So, coming towards Beltring, 800 yards to go.
We will shortly be arriving at Beltring. Would customers please take care when alighting the train? This station has a narrow platform.
So whistle board should be low tone only between the hours of 0600 and 23:59. Most drivers will do two tones, and the union recommends you do two tones. They're against the kind of one tone only. But if we're playing by the rules, it is one tone only at whistle boards. Considering I spent 7 years driving these, I'm really not doing very well with the brakes. It was a long time ago. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Oh, look at that. Actual moving sheep in the field. How cool is that? Oh, that is funky. Pay more attention to the scenery than driving a train. That's my lovely wife behind me has just brought me a glass of... It's not berries and cherries. It is Ribena, I promise.
Strood, calling out Yalding, Wateringbury, East Farley, Maidstone West.
Let's have another go with this.
Maidstone Barracks, Aylesford, New Hythe,
Snodland.
Snodland, Horling, Cuxton, and
Strood. Nice one. Okay, so we're going to see this, hopefully, full procedure. So we should see all the doors close apart from the guard's local door on the My Track. There you go. One door open, which is your guard's local door. That'll close. We'll get our interlock. And then we should get our ding-ding. I'm here for the ding-dings. And we are good for 50 miles an hour. Let's get going. I'm not particularly impressed. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit further than that. I'm disappointed with the My Track. I'm very, very disappointed with the My Track. Oh, how do I get out of that screen? There we go. I'll tell you why when I can sort of show you it when we're not driving along, but I'm really disappointed with that.
next station is Yalding.
Off to Yalding. Do not forget your three-step check. Yeah, Lewis, you're quite right. Jack, if you saw an aspect reversion that wasn't a red to green, wasn't, e.g. green to double yellow, would you slam on? That wasn't to a red, e.g. green. I would judge each situation on its merit. I'd still be reporting it, but yeah, if I've got the ability to react to it without too much drama, then you're definitely going to do that. It's looking good. Okay, we've got our St Andrews cross there because we are approaching the AO... No, I've got to get this right. ABCL level crossing. Automatic barrier crossing locally monitors. ABCL crossing at Yalding. So basically what that means is that this crossing, the operation of this crossing is monitored locally by the train drivers. The crossing is not monitored by the signaller. So on approach to this crossing, we should have a red flashing light that changes to white. When it changes to white, that is our authority to proceed.
We will shortly be arriving at Yalding.
So I can't see anything down there at the moment. There we go. We can just about make it out in the distance there, our red flashing light. So that will change to white. Can we cross with a red flashing light? We absolutely can. There are rules and procedures surrounding that, but this crossing you could actually go across with the barriers up and the lights not flashing. That would be allowed under very specific circumstances. I like the foliage on the left there. That's pretty cool. Right, we've got our white flashing light. And we are into Yalding. There's a lot of detail gone into the actual route here. I would say this is clearly a labour of love. That there is a lot of detail gone into the route. And there we go. Stopping in brake step 1. 3-step check. 3-car train. 3-car mark. Doors on the left-hand side. So, let's have a little talk about the train and I'll do the announcement first.
Welcome aboard the southeastern service to Strood, calling at Wateringbury, East Farley, Maidstone West, Maidstone Barracks, Aylesford, New Hythe, Snodland, Horling, Cuxton, and Strood.
And Strood. Right, before we depart, my observations on the MyTrack screen. This is really, really limited. I think we had more functionality on the previous 375. This is something that needs some work doing on it. Okay, first observation. 375, 306. We've got that right. Spot on. And this little white dot is at the wrong end. So that little white dot indicates what driving cab we're in. That should be that end to show that we're going forward. The other really irritating thing with this is once you get above 2 or 3 miles an hour, this turns off. On a real MyTrack screen, it doesn't. You can access the MyTrack anytime you want. And it's only got that one screen on it. You haven't got your driver's screen, which shows you your power. Your PIS functionality, that is not the PIS screen. That is the confirmed location for your selective door opening. You know, so for me, this is probably the most disappointing feature of the train. I think the MyTrack system that we had on the previous trains has been better than this. You do have the ability to dark screen the one in real life, but it does not go off when you start moving. It stays on. So for me, that is the single most disappointing thing about what is, other than that, a really, really good train. And we will go and have a look through the passenger compartment in a minute as well. But that's just one takeaway from it. Spencer, I have a question. When you were a former passenger train driver, was this a train you drove the most or not? Absolutely, yeah. I spent 6, 7, 8 years, something like that, driving these between Hastings and Charing Cross. Ding ding. Off we go to Wateringbury, good for 70. Frozen Volley class 3759 operate to Charing Cross and Hastings. 3759s, not just the 9s, you will get. You don't often get 375-3s going down there, but yeah, 6s, 7s, and 8s and 9s definitely.
The next station is Wateringbury.
So another good feature of the train, which I did find out, so we should be able to go into that screen when we're going along, but we can't, which is mildly frustrating. Another good feature about the train, and we can do this, is turn off that cab fan because it is really, really annoying. And a lot of drivers will do that in real life. In actual fact, on the 377s, they've got a blanking plate, so you can't turn the MCB off for the cab fan. You have to do it on the MyTrack screen. But yeah, in real life, a lot of drivers will trip the fan out because the noise is just really, really irritating. Let's keep an eye on my speed there as well as we go along. The run sounds, like even the exterior run sounds, are really, really good. S-Trains often see the 4-cars version of these going to the depot, empty at West Marina. You never see the 3-cars. See, S-Trains, I was a shunter driver at West Marina many, many years ago, and we used to have one service a night that had a 3-car in it. I think it formed the 703 to Charing Cross in the morning. It used to be an 11-car, had a 3-car in the formation. But yeah, I've not seen a 3-car on the Hastings line for quite a long time.
Shortly
be arriving at Wateringbury. This is generally a really picturesque line. Unfortunately, the 375s with their kind of narrow windows don't really lend themselves to viewing the route in all its glory. You come along here in a 66 with the kind of big windscreens or a networker. It's really nice. Connor, yeah, I don't disagree with you. The sounds on them are very, very good. There's a lot I like about this train. I'd like it better if I could remember how to drive it properly. Brake step 3 at every station is definitely not the way we should be doing it. It's just, you know, looking at the detail, the track textures look really nice. You've got the troughing there. You've got the witches' hats on the end of the platform. Atmospheric sounds. Big feature for me is the noise of passengers inside the train that we can hear there. Yeah, so one of the things I said in a lot of the older train sim games is you go into the passenger view and it's silent. Although you've got people sitting there, it's silent other than the train noise. So the fact that you've got all that chitter chatter and stuff going on, I think there was people coughing and sneezing I've heard in there, and it is kind of a Train Sim World 6 feature, I get that, but it's really nice and it adds a lot to the atmosphere. It really does. Hey, Trainboy313, how are you doing? Vizzy used to play football at Wateringbury back in the day. Oh, we did. Oh, actually, that gets one of these. That's tea and biscuits with the manager for departing without the 2 on the bell from the guard. Force of habit. I played Train Sim for so long where you don't get the 2 on the bell that, yeah, it's just force of habit. That's what I'm blaming. Yeah, I think the cab... The cab looks really good. Hazard lights work, yeah. Well, that's interesting. So the hazard light button is turning on the tail lights as well. I don't remember it doing that on the real thing. Could be mistaken. Depot whistle. Hey, it's pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Oh. Wrong button. I went for the horn, got the bell. I'm guessing that AWS magnet that we had when I was in outside view was a warning for this faulty that's coming up. That makes me happy because that means they've implemented AWS magnets for temporary speed restrictions, which wasn't... I don't think it was on the Riviera line. I don't think you were getting AWS for speed restrictions. I'm guessing that's what that AWS was for. I'll have to go back and have a look. But if it was, that's good. That makes me happy. Faulty and the T for termination board. Free cast clear of that. We can go back up to line speed. Jippy, I'm having trouble with the destination signs on some of the trains they show out of service. Is there any way to fix this problem? Just some of them do have options. Some of them do have... You can change what's on. But it's train specific. Any train in particular? The 12th detour doesn't look like service braking distance between the warning and the commencement to me. In my experience, the distance between the warning board and the commencement board is at least service braking distance, but the commencement board is normally placed next to the railway access point. So you got to remember that you get other trains using this line as well. You'll get freight and stuff like that, so that it's not going to be service braking distance for passenger. But yeah, quite often, I think it's fair to say if there's any P-way staff in, you don't want to be walking along the track with signs. It creates additional risk and stuff like that. So they're normally, the warning board will normally be placed where reasonable.
You will shortly be arriving at East Farley.
Where reasonable, it will normally be placed at the nearest access point. So I was just having a little look there at the Because on 375, when the auto announcer goes off, you get the little yellow light comes on the PA button. But obviously we didn't get that. Oh, that's a nasty place to place an AWS magnet. East Farley, lovely little station. Beautiful signal box. Staggered platforms across the level crossing. I mean, just look at the detail on the road there and the kind of texture. It just generally looks really good. Southeastern branding on the signs there as well, which is nice. Okay, shall we have a nice pull-away shot here at East Farley? Let's go to the other side of the crossing. That camera angle looks vaguely familiar. I wonder where he got that from. We're going to get a ding-ding? We'll assume we did. Sparks as well on the conductor rail there. Oh! And sound effect. Crossing up, crossing up. Yeah, I like that. Jack, yeah, that signal box is very much still in use. It absolutely is. Fizzy, out of interest, Bristol Temple means they have a under the speed limit. An A under the speed limit. Does that always apply to the freight as well? So if you've got a speed limit board with an A underneath it, what that A indicates, I'm assuming it's a red circle with a white A in it, that indicates that once the front of the train has passed that board, you can accelerate. It's an accelerate board. So normally with an increase in speed, you need to wait until the rear of the train's past it, but if you've got an A, the train can accelerate as soon as the front is passed. Den, I haven't played Wonders of Sodor just yet. I've not got a copy of that at the moment. Radio, what have we got coming up? We've got an AWS warning for a 30. Lovely bit of the line here coming into Maidstone. Delran, have you had any emergencies whilst driving a 66? I've not had any emergencies. I've had emergency calls on the radio, but I've not been involved in any emergencies. Best one I had on a 66, I had a GSMR emergency call come in, and I hit the emergency stop plunger on the train, and the train stopped exactly on the DOA monitors at Petswood Station. It was... I couldn't have done it if I'd tried. It was absolutely beautiful. As we come around the corner into Maidstone West. Hey, Sporting Hub. Good evening to you too.
Be arriving at Maidstone West.
I must admit I didn't see the 15 coming up. Train boy, there's no locomotive livery location today. Fizzy, the name rings a bell. Don't know him personally, but the name does ring a bell. Maidstone West, doors on the left-hand side.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at Maidstone Barracks, Aylesford, New Hythe, Snodland, Farley, Cuxton, and Strood.
We need a little bit more blended audio going on there. There's one for the audio engineers to have a little play with. Lock doors, right? We are waiting for the ding ding. Got a green, 50 now. Do I prefer the big headlighted 375 or the small headlighted 375? I think the big headlighted one looks nicer. It's got a slightly different interior as well. The luggage racks and stuff are different. In terms of how much light they give you, it's not really a massive amount of difference. The big headlight ones are better, but it's not much of a difference.
Station is Maidstone Barracks.
Maidstone Barracks, if you are changing for the Maidstone East line down to Ashford and up towards Bromley and London Victoria, Maidstone Barracks is where you get off. Short walk over to Maidstone East from Maidstone Barracks. Right, we're good for 30. Fizzy, would you say train driving is something you can 100% do if you were determined, or is it still something still that hard it may not work out?
We will shortly be arriving at Maidstone Barracks.
I'm one of those people, Fizzy. I think if you put your mind to it, you can absolutely do anything. I would say in terms of railway rules, there's nothing that's massively complicated. There's just a lot of it. Maidstone Barracks, and from here up to Strood, the line goes from being sort of in a nice valley to quite urban's not quite industrial, I suppose is the word I'm looking for. Ah, they've even got the little lip on the side of the S-car mark. That's pretty cool. A door has become stuck. Okay, we're going to walk through the train to go and fix this door, and I'm going to remember to put the train into neutral first.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at Aylesford, New Hythe, Snodland, Farley, Cuxton, and Strood.
Oh, I didn't open those doors. Oh, that. I hate it when it does that. Can you close? You got access to the guards panel? Yeah, nice. Oh, that is good. So if we can do it here, why can't we do it on DOO dispatch screens? That is genuinely really good. That is absolutely exceptional, actually. Okay, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, guys. I mean, it's worth buying just for the fact you can go into the toilet, right? Flush button. Brilliant. And the 375 Electrostars are fitted with, excuse me, the most useless hand dryers in the world. Now, you'll be surprised the number of passengers that forget to lock these doors or don't know how to lock them. So you're kind of sitting on the toilet doing your business and the door slides open. No, I don't want to give up control. Door slides open and you are revealed like a game show prize. That is pretty cool, though. Right, let's try and find the door that's broken. Let's do them all, because I can't remember which one it was now. Ah, there we go. You should be able to close those and lock them out of use so they don't slide open. Rightio, let's have another go. Let's carry on with our journey. Spencer, see you later. Guess there is guard mode in this route. There absolutely is guard mode in there. Tom Abbott, thoughts so far? Overall, Tom, very, very good. There's a couple of little things on it which are not... Oh, I've forgotten again. I've absolutely forgotten to wait for the ding ding. There are a couple of little things on the train, Tom, like the functionality on the My Track I think is really poor. I think we've got better functionality elsewhere. And the fact there's a DB loco in a GB shed at Tonbridge. But overall, I am genuinely very impressed with the quality of this route. It's generally very, very good. I wonder if we can change over to... Oh no, of course we're on a... I was going to say something stupid like can we change over to AC, but we're on a 3753, aren't we? Which... They don't do the changeover. Yeah, some issues with the GSMR as well, that I can press it, but then I can't press the buttons to register. That could be because I changed into expert mode once the train had loaded in, so that's something I need to go back at and have a look at. Connorine, it feels like Train Sim World 6 is coming on with features now, considering where it started from Train Sim World 1. Yeah. Jack, how haven't you been relieved? It's no staff, Jack. They're all on strike. Rightio, where are we off to? Aylesford. I genuinely need to get on and learn this route in real life. It is one of the core routes at my depot. We do have a lot of work that goes over this route, and I don't sign it. You will need to restart the game to fix that. Success Rally Enthusiast, I think it was an EWS loco, to be fair, in full EWS livery, so can you contact the signaller, please? $20 over 40. Oh. Keep pressing the wrong button. Oh, double header. Nice, nice. Right, I am purposely not going to slow down for this 40. Because I know for a fact this has TPWS on it. And I'm not showing a safety systems isolated. So I'm going to probably get up to about 65. And I want to see if we have functioning TPWS, whether I'm going to get taken out. Which absolutely will be tea and biscuits with the manager, although this is for scientific purposes. Am I going to get taken out by the TPWS grids? We should see the grids coming up any minute. There we go. No, that's the one for the signal. Am I going to get taken out by the TPWS grids? Nope. So either the route doesn't have functioning TPWS, or they've just been missed off at that location. Not really the end of the world. And we're back down to 40 for Aylesford.
We will shortly be arriving at Aylesford.
Jack, you've left 2 stations without the 2 bells. Open the door on the long platform, started operating a TPWS. This man is running BR drivers for their money. I must have the TPWS isolated. Doesn't work. If you call the signaller, they will speak to you. Let's have a little go. Oh, hello.
Hi there, this is Aylesford Centre, Workstation 2.
Calling at
How can I help?
Snodland, Horling, Cuxton, and
I mean,
Road's clear, driver. All yours.
I mean, that's not how a signaller would talk to you, but I am absolutely here for that. That is cool. We are starting to see some really cool features creeping in as we get more and more third-party developers coming into it. We are starting to see some pretty cool things in this game, and I like the direction it's heading in. It is becoming more of a simulator now rather than a game. I like it. Didn't forget that time. Have we got a working hill start button? We do. Excellent as well. You can't. It's not functional once the train's moving. Let's give the 2 back to the guard. That is a cool touch. A very tired signaller. Does the signaller have a gun to her head? Kent Trayfan, the signal box changes depending on where you are. Wow.
New Hythe.
Signaller sounds like they need a hug and a mug of tea. I genuinely think that's a really cool feature. If I started comms to a drive with hi there, I'd be having tea and biscuits with the manager. I think the most casual signallers that I probably work under are Eastleigh. They're just really casual there. They're good. They're genuinely very good. You very rarely, I find you very rarely get delayed by Eastleigh. But the signallers there just seem, they're pretty laid back and casual. Right, so past the, I think this is a Tesco's distribution centre on the left-hand side. Off to New Hive. Let's get it going. So yeah, we've kind of gone from that nice sort of riverside setting to a real sort of industrial look. John, in real life I would use the hill start departing every location.
We will shortly be
Just do it as a matter of course.
arriving.
If you kind of make it habitual, you're never going to forget to do it. If you do it at every station, you're never going to forget to do it, as it were. Should have come down here in the... do you know what, actually? We might do another half run. Just to bring the networker down. Because I quite like the networker. And it does give us an opportunity to have a more of a look at the route. Stop! Oh, I'm loving all the litter on the platform and stuff there. Knocked over traffic cones. It's those kind of little details, in my opinion, that really make the route. Look at the texture on the platform there, all kind of all over the place. Hey Lewis, that's very kind of you, my friend. Thank you very much. And there's your guard store look down there. Well, that worked, didn't it? I was trying to do a pull away from the platform, but... That really worked. Will London Victoria be added to the South Eastern network, do you think? I'm biased for South East routes. I think the South East route I would like would be Eastbourne to Ashford. S trains haven't seen much traffic, i.e. passing trains on this route. I think the service up here is hourly, maybe half hourly, so there isn't a great deal of wouldn't be a great deal of traffic in real life. Off to Snodland. So the Medway Valley Line is a line that I think it's fair to say, if there's anyone on here that knows the line or signs the line, it attracts quite a lot of undesirables. So the guards on the trains often have quite a lot of trouble with miscreants, shall we call them, up and down this section of line.
We will shortly be arriving at Snodland. This is British Transport Police. If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak to a member of staff or text us on 61016 and we'll get it sorted. That's 61016. See it, say it, sorted.
No, if you're going to do that, you need the Julie Berry announcement.
If you see something that doesn't look right, report it to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. See it, say it, sorted.
Welcome aboard this southeastern
Perfect
service.
timing.
Strood, calling at Horling, Cuxton and Strood.
BTPO announcements are very much welcome. I tell you what else we need for random events as well. Because obviously we've got door faults. Oh, look, right on cue. Obviously we've got door faults. Having 3 in one journey so far is, I would argue, excessive. But yeah, what would be really good for random events as well would be this one. Yeah, emergency call on the radio would be pretty cool for a random event. We were saying about the signaller sounding different. Let's press the button again. See if we get a different voice. And yes, you do get a noise like that.
Hi there, this is Aylesford Centre, workstation 2.
The next
How can I
station
help?
is Horling.
Same signaller.
Road's clear, driver. All yours.
Very casual. Need more signalling faults. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Passing signals at authority, passing signals at danger would be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, if you start implementing sort of more and more voice recordings and stuff, you could start to put these features in. It would be pretty cool. One scenario has a red. I must admit, Lewis, I don't play the scenarios. Maybe I should start. Three door faults in one journey. If it was a horse, I'd put it down. What can I say? What can I say to that? Yeah, it's sort of a... I mean, for the sort of route I like driving in Train Sim, this is a nice run. It's about an hour.
We will shortly be arriving at Horling.
The announcements, I think, they're obviously not original recordings. They're not original Julie Berry announcements, but they are good and they are close and they are passable. The route has got enough to keep me interested. I mean, obviously you've got the 395s go down to Maidstone as well. You've got the route, I think, extends as far as Gravesend. You can do freight turns from Tonbridge West Yard to Hoo Junction. You've got networkers 375s. There's enough station stops to keep me interested in playing. There's enough kind of different scenery to keep me interested in playing. I don't like routes, personal preference, where you're up to speed and then not touching the controls for ages. I like to kind of be doing something, the kind of stop-start stuff. This is not kind of... It's not kind of so metro that you're constantly stopping at places. It's a really nice paced route. It genuinely is.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at Cuxton and Strood.
Lewis, on the railway, I think having a diagram planning game would be good, and you could be spare as well. I've always said that it'd be really nice when you spawn into game, instead of spawning in the train, you spawn into like a mess room, or a train crew room, or a booking on point. So when you... Wait for me, ding ding. So when you open up the game, say I was to open up Medway Valley Line, it lets you choose a start location. So I choose start location and time of day or whatever else. So I choose Tonbridge, and instead of going to that menu where you choose your service, I spawn into a mess room at Tonbridge, and I can either walk out the door or I can go over to the board and I can pick a service, like a diagram off the board. I can take that diagram, walk out the door and go and find my train. So you've kind of got that, rather than just spawning in a train, you spawn in a booking on point somewhere and then you have to walk out the platform. Or you could be, you know, you could be spawning at Tonbridge but picking up a diagram that starts from Paddock Wood, and the first part of your duty might be to get on a train and go to Paddock Wood to pick the train up. I think you could do a lot of sort of stuff with that, in sort of that guise. So rather than just sort of popping into a train, there's a little bit more to it. Likewise, when you get to the end of your journey, rather than just disappearing, you know, you could shut down your cab and then walk to the end location in the station, like the booking off point or the crew room. I think it'd be quite easy to implement, but it'd be pretty cool as well. You could also make that crew room, I'm going to copyright my ideas, you can make that crew room like your multiplayer environment. That could literally be a chat room with multiple players. Even if you're not actually driving the trains together in the game, that side of it could be like a chat room, like a forum with multiple players where you talk to other players and go and grab your diagrams and go out and do what you're doing. I think it's you know, pretty cool. Community element, interactive. Make me a dev. The train spotting hub. So Dovetail Games do not have a license to use the GBRF livery, unfortunately, so everything on it is DB/EWS. Little bit of a shame about that one. I hope it's something they're working on. I'm sure it's something that they could probably do, but it would be pretty cool. The Schwieberbahn simulator for Wii U has a basic form of that.
We will shortly be arriving at Cuxton.
Amy, the Schwieberbahn simulator.
If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak to a member of staff or text us on 61016 and we'll get it sorted.
See it, say it, sorted.
1016. See it, say it, sorted.
Now, I'm just going to back up on this. Now, Amy, hopefully you're still here, and I'm not reading this comment too late. Correct me if I'm wrong, the Schwieberbahn is the dangly... Oh, Team Biscuits for the manager. Is the dangly monorail in Wuppertal, isn't it? That is the Schwieberbahn. Are you telling me that on Wii U, there is a simulator, I call it the Dangly Barn, for the Dangly Barn? Because if there is, I'm going to finish this stream and I'm going to buy a Wii U and max out my credit card and get told off by my wife. She's got her AirPods and she can't hear me. Oh no, she can hear me. If that is the case, I absolutely need to get one. Because the Schwieberbahn is absolutely so cool. I have a video on my channel about it. Train Drivers on Tour. Go and check it out. We've done the Schwieberbahn. Really cool. S-Trains 375 from a Curascale. I have one on order, yeah, for the model railway layout, which is... I'll give you a preview in a minute. As we are off to Strood. Amy, it's absolutely awful, but it's a bit of fun and could be an interesting stream. If it's awful, Amy, I'm not going to buy a Wii U. I'm not going to do it if it's awful. So, oh yeah, right, okay. Model railway layout.
The next station is Strood.
Coming along quite nicely. We're getting there. British Rail, we're getting there, yeah. Progress is slow. Time is not my friend. Okay, next station stop is Strood. We should get a change of signaller, so we'll try a different signaller voice. You need to do more tours in Germany. Yes, tell my wife. I absolutely do. I'm off to America in... I haven't mentioned it today, have I, darling? I'm off to America on the 1st of May. But I'm not going train spotting, I promise. Won't have anything to do with trains. Under the HS1 line. Underneath the M2. How far does the route go? Typical Nathan. I think it goes round as far as Gravesend. I might jump into free roam because I'm quite tempted to see if they've done anything with Hoo Junction. Because Hoo Junction, if I'm being honest, didn't look particularly great in South Eastern High Speed. So I'd be interested to see if they've done anything to that. Got a warning for a 25 over 35. Train spotting hub, yeah, quite possibly with the EWS livery. I don't know how the licensing rules work. I think maybe DB Cargo still own the rights to that livery. I don't know. They have updated Who. Oh, hey. Kent Train fan, we're definitely going to go and take a look at that. And we need to get the cargo line pack and get some HYA hoppers and bring them around here. Or definitely need an RHTT service up here. Or better still, a 73. Come on, we need 73s in this game. Everyone loves a good 73. Typical Nathan, I don't think the other 375 will get updated, but of course you will be able to port this one over and use it in free roam. It'd be quite an easy mod, I would have thought.
We will shortly be arriving at Strood. Please check that you have all your personal belongings with you when leaving the train, and keep them with you at all times whilst on the station. If you see anything suspicious, please report it to a member of staff or the police.
Into Strood, 15 through Strood. And yeah, I said earlier, Nathan, the one thing that the other 375s have got is the screen. The MyTrack screen is better. The MyTrack screen in this is pretty disappointing, to be honest. Oh, my driving has been absolutely atrocious on this. I am better in real life, I promise. Anyone who's seen me drive in real life will confirm that, won't you, Connor? Please. Please tell them that I'm better in real life. And forget about when I say I'm better in real life, I'm excluding the little trip to Woking that we done. That's another thing. Those buttons do not illuminate like that. Should be the bottom two that illuminate. All release and door release. That door open button there does not illuminate. That doesn't even have a light bulb in it, I believe. Am I just being picky now? Maybe I'm just being picky. Right, lock doors. There was one other thing that I wanted to check actually before we jump out the 375. Yes, he is. Thank you, Connor. So I want to hit the emergency plunger and see if the line light goes off. Which it doesn't. That is correct. So on a 377, when you hit the emergency plunger, you will lose the line light as well. And someone said change the signaller. Still can't press registration buttons. Let's press it and see what we get.
Good day. This is Rochester
Good
Signalling
day.
Centre Workstation 5. Please state your message. Over.
That was a bit more professional. Still not completely correct.
I understand you are requesting authority to pass. There is a conflicting move. Please await the signal. Stand by and await further instructions. Over.
That's somewhat more professional than unlock doors again. Okay, that's somewhat more professional than the previous signal. that's a bit better, definitely. Oh, networker going across the top there. Strood station looking pretty good. Oh, we've got our Soviet submarine over in the Medway there as well. Yeah, looking good. Right, we are gonna see if I can free roam through Strood Tunnel and Higham Tunnel and down to Hoo. Yeah, typical Nathan. It might let me do it when I it's because I went into expert mode, I think, already halfway through. Jack, signallers only use over on rec calls. Is that so, Jack? It's not my experience. I'm sure correct radio protocol is to use it all the time. I could be completely wrong. Can we just jump on this? I'm about to get squashed in a tunnel. Oh, I'm... Right, okay, I've got you. I am still... I'm still in a train, okay. Right, let me try and get out of this train first. Oh. Right, let's see if we can spawn up to Hoo Junction. Travel to Hoo Junction Station. That'll be the day. 3-star Rez, I'm loving this route already. Cannot wish to wait to get on console tomorrow. Will I be able to route hop with other southeastern high-speed services to carry on? I believe you can, yeah. We'll have a look, actually. Trying to orientate myself. Oh, okay. So we are on the main line. Yeah, Hoo Junction's still flat and level, which it isn't in real life. Still doesn't look right. Yeah, Hoo Junction needs some modifications. Yeah, not great. Not great, if I'm being honest. Yeah, not great on Hoo Junction. When I did my course, I was taught to only use over in rec calls. Oh, fair enough. It could be that it's changed. Could be that it's changed. I've heard real comms in real life. Yeah, I would normally go, hello, signaller, this is the driver of 0 Zulu 73, standing at Alpha Delta 274, signal over. Okay, signal, I understand you're giving me, the driver of 0 Zulu 73, permission to pass Alpha Delta 274, signal at danger, proceed as far as the line is clear, and obey all other aspects, over. Thank you very much, signal, driver out. Professional comms. That's the Southeastern High Speed Hoo. That's not the one on this map. I don't believe there's more scenery and it's different. Okay, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's do to the trains, choose a route. Oh, look. Let's play it. No. Oh, no. Naughty. Naughty, can't show you that. Let's do that one. Let's do that. Oh, the Crompton's on here as well. Let's jump on a 395. Have we got a... Cool. Do we pick that up at Gravesend? Yeah, Gravesend, 20 minutes. That's what we want. That's what we'll do. We want a Maidstone service. There you go, daytime. St Pancras International to Maidstone West. We'll pick up that one. We'll have the weather as clear. We'll change it to April because it won't be... No, we'll change it to May because it'll definitely be daylight then, won't it? Let's just go with April. We'll run that one down and we can have a look at the other end of the route as well. Does the AI horn at Whistleboards? I don't know. That's not the one on this map, I don't believe. Okay, well, we'll have a look. We'll have a look. Okay, Gravesend. Unlock doors. Right, I've got to remember how this train works now. Doobie-doobie-doo. Oh, there we go. Vigilance is already in. I think we are more or less there, aren't we? Have we got announcements ported into the 395? No contact signal on that. No, of course, because it's not a modified train, is it? Branded posters. I like branded posters. Yeah. Gravesend's looking pretty good. You can certainly tell what it is. When was the last time I went on a Crompton? Hey! That would have been at the Spa Valley Railway on Saturday. I had Mr. Crompton in the office with me today. Mr. Crompton himself. This route has AI whistleboards. Nice. Right, 30 coming out of Gravesend. I do sign this bit down as far as Gravesend. I can turn left and go to Grain, but that is it. Grain would be, for South Eastern High Speed, Grain would be a really nice addition. Right, so we are stopping at Strood, Snodland and Maidstone West only. So 30, 50, 70 coming out of Hoo Junction. Gravesend even. Don't forget, guys, if you are enjoying yourselves, please do hit the like button, consider subscribing. That'd be really good, really does help myself out on the channel. You got the I think it's a Seat Guevara, isn't it? Out here at Gravesend. I'm not sure that bridge is there in real life. I do sign this, that bridge just doesn't look familiar. It probably is. Yeah, Kent, train fan, would have been good if they'd added Grain. It's a great little branch. Completely agree. Yeah, I would like to have seen that. .395's sounding a little bit rattly. Starting to show their age a bit now. I seem to remember there was something with these... Oh, okay. That's not supposed to happen. Something with these panels that if they weren't shut properly, they vibrate. Freestyle Reds hope to see Dr. Games fix the bugs so we change the days and months and weather on routes in the future. Right, so once we get down to Hoo Junction, I'll jump into photo mode and just have a little scoot around. Has this got the new bridge at Hoo Junction though? That is the question. Because Seanmead Crossing is now a bridge. Oh, this is... Suspension physics are really going some on this. Absolutely they are. I mean, the bridge has only been in probably 4 or 5 months. It's a relatively new addition. So if it's not there, I'll forgive them. So we'll jump into photo mode because we can scoot around a little bit easier. Yeah, I think my biggest problem with Hoo Junction here is Hoo Junction is not level. This entrance to Hoo Junction is uphill. It's a relatively steep uphill as well. This is known as P1 signal. Yeah, then Hoo Junction itself just... It doesn't look like a good representation of Hoo Junction. You've got cabins and buildings over there. You've got the access road coming in over the back there. Yeah, Hoo Junction is not a very good representation of Hoo Junction. Jack, do Fox have links in the way Tox do, i.e. top-link drivers get more desirable routes? Depends on what depot you're at, Jack, and what firm you're at. I'm not gonna say no because I don't know for sure. Links, yeah, certainly, but yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. Holland's Foot crossing there at the end of Hoo Junction, and we come round the corner towards Higham. Nice to have a bit more route for the 395 as well, and again for the networker, because the only... So we've obviously got South Eastern High Speed, but it's nice to kind of... It's nice to expand out from those routes, it really is. Higham Station. Higham Tunnel, followed by Strood Tunnel at the other end. Don't forget the 15 at the end of the tunnel because the TPWS will take us out. So, who is looking forward to who's looking forward to the Class 90 release next week? Is it next week? I think it's next week. Has it been announced? Oh, I dropped myself in it. I know it's coming up. I know it's coming up. I don't know when. I can't remember. Strood Tunnel, 15 at the end. Kent Trayfan, I'm just glad Hoo doesn't look so empty and there's actually scenery, shrubbery and fences, but it's very disappointing that it's level, as in Train Sim Classic it's higher up. Yeah, even in the South Eastern High Speed route, Hoo Junction is just not a good representation. Jack, March the 30th is coming. .395s, yeah, definitely are showing their age. They really are. Brian, looking forward to it. One of my favourite UK logos will definitely look for an IC Swallow livery and a pair of Mark II coaches on free roam. Oh, I have a release day video coming out for that. but then we are going to be doing something funky with it as well. I've got a little bit of content ready-made for that release. So 15 round the tight bend as we come into Strood. The 395, of course, being the forerunner to the 800 series. Oh, Connor, enjoy Brum. I'm spending a lovely day in the yard tomorrow again with Mr. Crompton. Trainspotting Hub, what will replace the 395s? Ah, good question. Brian, yeah, the Class 90s, they're still out and about. I think Freightliner, I don't know if DB have still got any, but certainly Freightliner have, and they're still used. And we'll be 8 on the S. Are the DOO monitors working though? That would be on the platforms. I bet they're not, but that would be pretty cool if they were. No. I like the janitor's trolley as well there. What? Come on! Nobody saw that, right? I can't remember the last time I saw luggage trolleys on stations. Strood has got a really miserable subway. Takes you up into the waiting area. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. Is that the... Sorry, the camera's playing. Are the ticket barriers opening and closing as people are going through? Oh, look at that. That's a nice touch. Yeah, Tom, this is releasing tomorrow. Come on, sort yourself out, people. That's a pretty cool feature. That is pretty cool. Right, we're in forward. $15 going out. Don't need max power for that. And we sort of duck down underneath the Soul Street line. So that takes you up to Bromley South via Soul Street and Mepham. Swanley, Bromley South. Would be nice to get that bit into Victoria, though. I will agree with people that have said that. That would be nice. Sort of Rochester Castle off in the distance there. Sound on the 395 is good as well. Very realistic passengers barging through the open ticket gates. Yeah, definitely, Brian. Impatience at its best. Gotta love passengers. I love passengers, that's why I drive freight trains. Yeah, we are getting a collection of decent routes and decent add-ons for Train Sim World now, and kind of seeing what am I cancelling for? Oh, okay, AWS for a 40. all the temporary speed restrictions seem to be 40. It's interesting. Yeah, I think when we're seeing third-party developers coming in and sort of seeing what's been done with this route, like with the stuff with the signaller, even the ticket barriers working, you know, arcing and sparking on the conductor rail, GSMR functionality, you know, it shows you what the game engine in the right hands is capable of doing. Lots of people have speculated, are they working on Train Sim World 7? My guess, yes. Because as a developer, you're always going to be working on something. You're never going to be not working on something. So will there be a Train Sim World 7? Almost certainly yes. That's not based on any inside information. It's just based on sort of logical thought, if you know what I mean. Where is the 40? Where is the 40? Jack, do you miss silly shifts Friday and Saturday nights driving passengers? I'll put this politely, Jack. No. No, I can't say I do. I can't say I do. We've only got 6 on, haven't we? Yeah. We need more modern northern routes, no bicycles. Just more routes, full stop. As long as the quality is there, as long as they're looking good, you know. We are getting some decent, good-looking routes now. I'd like to see some more Welsh routes, if I'm being honest. Or even like the maybe something like Bristol to Cardiff. That's not. I know it's not particularly long. Or Bristol to Cardiff and Bristol to Exeter as one add-on, and then Reading to Bristol via Bath. I do like the Great Western. Someone asked me earlier on in the stream, and I didn't reply if I had played the Great Western remaster, and no, I haven't, and I probably do need to. Have I don't know. I'm sure I haven't played it yet. Yeah, nice big windscreen here, sort of lends itself to the view. The members of Firefly were responsible for some great UK sound mods. Also shout out to Rob S and the modding community. Ashford Eastbourne would be great, but only if they include the Dungeness branch and use Cargo Line Nuclear. Oh, so I haven't driven the Dungeness branch, Kent Train fan, but I have cab rode it. It's not very exciting. It's very slow, and I think a lot of players would get very bored of it very quickly. The scenery is, other than Lid Town, the scenery is non-existent. Lots of level crossings you're constantly slowing down for. It's not. I don't think it makes a very exciting driving experience. It was really boring in real life. I'll put it that way. Ant-Man I mod for TSC, but yet to use the Unreal editor. Leeds needs more representation in modern form, preferably going out towards Doncaster or Skipton. Again, no bias. I think the dream for everyone is to have their local route and local station, isn't it? It's got to be, right? Right, Snodland coming out. We better think about slowing down for it. And then we'll be round the corner into Maidstone, and that will be good night from me and good night from him. So let me know in the chat who's already got this bolt on pre-order. Was there a pre-order? Who is going to pick it up? Who doesn't like it? What are your thoughts on the route? You've heard mine. I'd love to hear yours. For me, it's obviously I've already got it, but if I didn't have it, it would be a day one purchase for me. Definitely be a day one purchase. All stopped at Snodland. Deborah, what about a Crewe to Shrewsbury route? We could have the fast and the slow ones. I'll be picking up as soon as it gets released. Looks really decent, Creasy says. Nice one. Zealous Train Sim, well, good evening. How are we doing, my friend? Good to have you here. We'll do a nice outside shot as we pull away from Snodland. Loading passengers is taking absolutely ages. Yeah, I wonder what other hidden features and gems we got. I like the bike sheds there. Ticket machines, I wonder if we can interact with those. Some pretty cool things on this route. Pretty cool things. Okay, let's position ourselves for a nice flyby shot. Oh, there you go. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. And doors are locked. We are off. Freestyle Red says, if console edition tomorrow is as good as the PC version, it will be great. Oh, fingers crossed it will be. I think the route's a more scenic drive in this direction, to be honest. It seems a little nicer on this side of the tracks. Ant-Man normally wait for sales, but this route is definitely worth the price. Trainboy, that's almost looks like a real life shot. That was good as we were coming out of Snodland there. I'll give you that. That was good. See if we can get it up to. Got a 40 coming up. See if we can get to 70 before we get there. There is our warning for it. I will admit I didn't see the 60 coming up. So there is a concrete railway sleeper plant just down here on this line somewhere, and coalesced trains out of there. Occasionally they're hauled by a 56. So that would be something really, really cool to see in game, 56. I would absolutely be here for that. Forty at the 40. What's the level crossing like at Hauling Marina? Which one's Hauling Marina? Nigel, I will definitely be buying it tomorrow. Excellent. Got a green. Good stuff. We're good for 70 again. Let's get her going. Well, they said in the Dovetail Live post, it features lights and alarms and is a foot spawn point. Okay, I haven't had too much of a look at it, if I'm being completely honest then. The one before Hauling Station. Yeah, I don't remember noting it as I come past. Loving the detail on the foliage as well. Some of the foliage looks really nice. Yeah, so I think for me, like I say, this would be a day one purchase. I like it. When I say I'm a little bit biased because it is a route that I probably should sign already and will be signing at some point in the future. Can I use Train Sim World to learn the route though? I reckon there's some merit in that. I reckon in terms of learning names of stations and kind of basic geography of the route, I reckon there's some merit in that. Right, one yellow, red ahead. Alarm kit is Maidstone and extension to South Eastern High Speed. So South Eastern High Speed services do come down to Maidstone. There's a couple in the morning and a couple in the evening. This bit of the route is not featured on the South Eastern High Speed. I don't think this bit's featured on the South Eastern High Speed. If you're going to do the South Eastern High Speed, you'll have to use the route hopping. As we come down towards Maidstone Barracks. We are red ahead as well, aren't we? So, should probably think about slowing down, really. Is that red or one yellow? That's the lighting on that signal makes it really difficult to tell. I think that's one yellow. Yeah, I'm going with one yellow. It must have been. It didn't kick me out the game. I do find sometimes the lighting does look a little washed out in this. And here we are into Maidstone. 30 mile an hour coming in. Two to three, we are a 6 car, aren't we? So we're way up to the end of the platform. I think this is the first DLC, correct me if I'm wrong, where I've seen bikes in bike racks. I mean, they're all very colourful bikes. They could probably use a little bit of weathering if I'm putting my modelling head on. 3 stars res, Trent Valley hopefully next, and DTG or third party creators need to get Birmingham to Derby route followed by Birmingham to Milton Keynes. But quality over quantity is the way to go. Yeah, I agree with you there. And there we are, 395 arrived safely at Maidstone West. Let's see what we've got score-wise. It's probably going to be quite bad. I'm not expecting anything great there. But yeah, looking at the bikes could probably... Oh, look, even the textures on the welding. The detailing on that modelling is pretty impressive, actually, if I'm being honest. I mean, the chain's probably the wrong way around. Definitely the wrong way around. But, I mean, who am I to moan? I mean, it's a that's quite remarkable how detailed that is. Textures on that are pretty cool. Yeah, genuinely done. The modelling is genuinely really nice across the board here. Have we got an aeroplane going over? We've got sound effects of an aeroplane going over. I like it. I like it. Come on. It's not... Oh. That'll be why I can't lock the doors. There we go. Gold medal. We'll take that. I didn't expect a platinum. It was an absolutely terrible drive. But there we go. The welds are detailed on the bike. The bikes look really cool north of the border rail. They really do. Bike's certainly not Tour de France material. It's just crazy, like the textures on there and actually how good that is. That's really cool. Maybe we have had it on other routes, but I've just not noticed, which is quite possible. But there we go. Anyway, guys, there we go. Medway Valley Line for Train Sim World 6. Once again, big thank you to Dovetail and the developers for giving me a key for the route free of charge, and also for letting me preview it to you a few hours before it releases as well. It's always really appreciated. I will try and be a little bit more present going forward. Like I said, time is not my friend at the moment. It's genuinely not. Absolutely rushed off with various other bits and bobs that I won't go into now. But yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. Always really, really happy to hear your feedback and stuff down in the comment section. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit the like button, consider subscribing. That would be absolutely awesome. As somebody rightly said, the Class 90 is releasing on the 30th of March. We'll be live streaming. We've got an interesting idea for a live stream on that. And there'll also be a release day video going out for that as well, with a little bit of freight work. We do like some freight trains. Oh yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to press the end button. It may or may not work, because sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, thank you very, very much for watching, guys, and see you again in another stream or video very soon. Is it going to work?